Welcome back to the High Performance Hub podcast. Today I'm joined by Conor Tracey. Conor is a father, a husband, an athlete, a coach, and an entrepreneur. So what we're going to be doing today is diving deep into fitness, business, mindset, and everything else in between. Conor, a very, very warm welcome, mate.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you taking the time to share your space with me. This is amazing.
Mate, likewise, I know full well, and just like the intro said, I know how busy you are, mate.
Yeah, oh yeah. You said all the things. Yeah.
Which I'm sure we'll get into, mate. But let's talk about last week. You competed in Arizona.
I did, yeah.
With CrossFit comp.
CrossFit competition out in Phoenix called the Desert City Classic. It's probably like the biggest CrossFit competition I've ever had to do. Had to qualify for it and things like that. And when it was all said and done, 3 days of competition, we ended up in second. So I'd say it was a good outcome. Yeah.
I think that's a little bit of an understatement.
Yeah,
that's class.
Yeah.
So when you say was it a team event with individual events within that?
Yeah, so every CrossFit competition is different. There's always individual events, and then there's team events,
Right.
and then every part of that has a different level of it. So there's like intermediate, masters, which is like older age, and then there's RX, elite, different things like that. But I competed in the individual elite division, essentially, of the masters. Yep.
Mate, unreal.
Yeah.
Where did the journey to CrossFit or starting CrossFit begin?
Yeah, I mean, I think from a long time ago, long early age, I was always really involved in high school sports. So played a bunch of different sports in high school: baseball, soccer, football, swam, things like that. I would say I was decent in everything, never really great at one thing,
Same.
I
was like,
I always jumped around.
I'm really good at being average.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that always, I always had the competitive drive from that, sports and, being an athlete, quote unquote. After that, went on to college, played a little bit of sports in college, and then kind of just fell out of love for the game, I guess you could say, got into that cycle of just, the average bro split, going to the gym, lifting weights, get bored, I would take a month off, then I'd lift for a month, take a month off. And once I found CrossFit, I got introduced to it by a good friend of mine. It was just like immediately I knew that was that thing, that ignited the fire back in me. I want to compete. I want to be, the best version of myself in that. So that's where it all came from.
Mate, I love that. And similar to me, to be fair, I played rugby and then stopped in my second year of university. Mm-hmm. Purely because I was just on the piss, mate. I was just drinking all the time. Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to train twice a week and then play on the weekend because then that's my drinking time done.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
But then again, similar to you, it was just kind of, you go into the gym, you've got that motivation, 4 weeks later, you'd be like, right, there's actually no purpose behind any session.
Yeah, what am I doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I love competing. And for me, there's different areas of competition.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So obviously CrossFit, and then it's the cliche you versus you,
and
all that stuff, which is important.
It is, yeah.
But being in that competitive environment, and I just love it.
Yeah.
I think everyone needs that, and it's healthy competition. It's not. Yeah, you're trying to win, you're trying to do your best.
Yes.
But being in that environment with everyone doing their best, it pushes you to be better and better every single time.
Right, and you're creating this camaraderie with other people. You're both pushing everybody to the limits to find that potential that you have to be the best version of yourself out on the floor. And whether you think you're doing it or not, you're building this connection with the people that are out there suffering with you, on the floor. So, and that's what I love about CrossFit the most too is, we're competing against each other all weekend while we're out there. But at the end of the day, we're all just super stoked for each other to have an event win or to hit that lift that you didn't think you could hit. And I've found really good community in the CrossFit space. And that's what's always keeps bringing me back.
Yeah, I think, well, when I say I've done a little bit of CrossFit, it's doing a medley or something like that. But nothing on the competition stage.
Yeah.
But everything that I've seen online and YouTube and stuff, it is a community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you think that's been affected at all, or just made stronger with High Rocks? Because I was driving on the way here, and I was like, High Rocks and CrossFit have got this like love-hate relationship with each other.
Yeah, I think it's silly. I think it's kind of like when CrossFit first came out, everybody used to poke at it, like, oh, look at the silly things they're doing, or the
like
crazy
hay
stuff.
bales and
Yeah. This is so unnecessary. And I think CrossFit just kind of took it for so long, and now High Rocks has moved into that space, so they're kind of the bigger brother now. They're like, oh, look at High Rocks, silly wall balls. And we've been doing this forever, So I think it's just their chance to like kind of be the that person in the space. But I still think that they're two completely different stimuluses
100%.
when you look at it. And on the base level, it's people training to be better, to be better themselves. And I think that as a whole is what the community is about. I think it's more the internet and everybody like that compares the two. I don't think that the people behind the scenes are really doing that. They have their own space and their own plans for what they're doing. And as long as everybody's out there moving and crushing it and having a good time, then I think everybody's happy. So,
mate, I love that. And that perfectly transitions me into asking you.
Yeah.
To introduce everyone to the run room.
Yeah, the run room. It's funny that you say that because I am a CrossFit athlete. There's different levels to it. I'm a CrossFit athlete.
Mate, stop doing
that.
You're an athlete, mate.
Yeah, I guess I'll take it. I work hard for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Own it.
So I am in the CrossFit space. I have been doing that for a long time, but now I've transitioned into this other chapter of my life where now we have the run room, and I would say we're a High Rocks affiliate, so we are branded with High Rocks, and it's not CrossFit. So I'm kind of doing the both sides of it, taking
Perfect,
both
mate.
edges.
Yeah.
But yeah, the run room, it's been a little passion of mine. I've always been, like you said, in the fitness space. It's always been, my dream to own my own gym and just have a place for me and my boys to throw down, and just have a good time. And I've found a good way to blend all those things together with the run room. So what we have is we're kind of a two-part facility. We have personal training on one side, and then we run coach-driven classes on the other side that are treadmill cardio-based with strength training mixed in with it. Every class is ran by a coach, and 45 minutes, and yeah, it's a good time.
Speaking from personal experience, because I think I've done 2 classes there.
Yeah,
and I need to get back.
You crushed it. You did it. You did really well.
Yeah, I need that. But if you are in the Vegas area, go check it out because the classes are fun.
Yeah.
And what I like is the simplicity of them and the structure of them, that when you're fatigued, it's not like a really fancy new movement, or it's not like trying to reinvent the wheel.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you've clearly I can only speak for the 2 that I've done.
Yeah.
Thought about the method behind it and the structure behind it, because like you're hitting different muscle groups with different timings and all these kind of things, which I'm a nerd with all that, mate. I love it. Because I'm looking at the board like, oh, my leg's going to be tired when I get to that.
Yeah, how is this going to affect that? And then how am I going to get after it on the run? Yeah. Which I love too. I mean, let's be honest, we're not reinventing the wheel, Fitness is fitness. People have been running and doing HIIT classes and strength training and things like that forever. We call it something different every now and then, but it's, you're working out. And I think that there is something to be said about a simple, elegant, well put together workout. You don't have to do 80 different movements in one set piece to get, the most maximal results. If you have 2 movements and you hit them with the proper amount of intensity and with a specific goal in mind, you can get the results that you want. And that's what I like about our gym. We keep it simple, but it's effective and it works. And like you said, we keep the environment light. We make sure it's high energy. We have fun. And we create a good community of people that just are getting after it.
I'm happy you mentioned community, mate, because, again, on the 2 times I've been there, and I'm obviously only comparing the run room to the fitness classes that I've done in the past.
Yep.
And just a sense of community, like everyone going around, high fives, and like introducing themselves and like building their own network within your network.
Exactly, yeah.
And they're all really nice people as well.
Yeah.
And it's just like, keep going. Like, someone struggling next to you, like, they're just staring at the floor like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Because, mate, when you gave me those fucking pulses, I wanted to chin you, mate. I was like, these are horrific.
Those are so bad, yeah.
But no, like, joking aside, what you've built and the community you're building, like, all I see is success, mate.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
At the end of the day, like, it comes down to how it's run and who's running it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can't recommend the Run Room you enough, mate, genuinely.
That's very kind. And we really appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, I'm just people ask me, how does it feel to be a gym owner or a business owner? And I tell everybody the same thing. I'm just a gym bro with a key. That's all it is. I have a space, and whether your goal is to go to the CrossFit Games, whether you want to compete in High Rocks, if you want to be a Navy SEAL, I don't know what entails in that, but I'm sure we have a track that can help you prepare for those things. But also, like, we're just here to help you get better at life. Like, I want you to be able to move throughout your day. I want you to have self-confidence in yourself that you can wake up in the morning and do the hard thing and make decisions that are going to push you forward in personal and in fitness. And I mean, just to surround yourself with good people is that's half the battle, Like, you don't want to go somewhere that you're not happy to be.
Yeah, and what the other thing with community and what you're building is, the more you go to like your classes or move the body and surround yourself with the right people, there's that things like you're a product of the 3 to 5 people you surround yourself with.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if like the last class I did, someone brought their mum.
Yeah, yep.
And it was just like really nice because, again, comparing to the other fitness class I've done, the movements, again, I'm not saying that I'm a very experienced kind of athlete. I'm doing a year.
Athlete, you're pulling me now, yeah.
But sometimes, like, I get bored of like the XTR rows, or, do you know what I mean? All these things, but you've got fucking ropes, pull-up bars, like those new treadmills. You've got like basically a sled push.
Yeah, those like, Bear Complex runners have changed.
You've got so much variety, but the good thing is with that is that you can make it harder and then also adjust it for a novice.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the community stays the same. Doesn't matter whether you're doing snatches with 200 pounds or 20 pounds.
Yeah.
It's like, keep going.
Yeah, same thing that you said, like, how people say it's you versus you. In there, it really is, everything is infinitely scalable, right? If I want you to do, strict pull-ups, you can do banded pull-ups. If you can't do banded pull-ups, you could do jumping pull-ups. We have rings, you could do ring rows, Yeah. If you can't do any of that, we can do banded pull-downs, lat pull-downs. There's so many different ways to get you the stimulus so that way you can still work out with people that are still getting after it, and you can get the results that you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also love what you said before about I'm just a gym bro with a key.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when it's funny because I got called an entrepreneur on like my second podcast, and I was like, I'm just a coach.
How am I doing this?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, but you run your own business. Like, you created something and it's yours. Like, you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And then circling that back into you, like, what have you found as the biggest challenges? Because obviously, for me, it was just like, stay active, train, be the best athlete you can, and be the best coach that you can be.
Yeah.
And what I did for years was neglect actually the business side, which is it's just like, oh shit, it actually all falls on you.
Yeah, it's a whole other
it's a whole
other avenue that you really don't think about. And yeah, like you said, with us being a new business, those are things that I'm still learning. I'm still navigating those things. I think I've just taken a lot of lessons that I've learned, obviously, with like the different things that I've had in my professional life, different jobs and things like that. And it always goes back to the mindset that I've created for myself when I'm in the gym. As long as I'm taking the correct steps and I'm striving to be better and move forward in those things, I feel like the right things will fall into place. I have a good team around me. Like, I have a good marketing team, and like, my wife is the backbone of everything. Right. She gets all the stuff that nobody else sees, She keeps us together 100%. But yeah, I think just, again, surrounding yourself with a good community that can help you to achieve those goals that you want. And I mean, yeah, I'm still learning all that business stuff, but
yeah. And I mean, you never stop learning, which is kind of like overwhelming, but also like motivating.
Exciting. Yeah.
And everyone that's sat in that chair, mate, is an entrepreneur, founder, business owner, like really successful people.
Yeah.
And some people are making millions and like ridiculous. And I'm sat here like, brilliant. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, great. You want to talk to me? Yeah.
But one thing that still is like creating this network of like business owners and entrepreneurs, one thing that we do have in common is the fact that we're it's always that one thing that they all had in common when we were having these conversations was continue to fail forward.
Absolutely.
Like, don't get disheartened if you fall flat on your face.
Mm-hmm.
Whether membership things come down, just be like, that isn't a reflection on you.
No.
It's just like, right, what can we learn here, and just keep fucking going.
Yeah. I always think about, I heard somebody say, the results you want are in the hard work that you're avoiding, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
I could be butchering it, but yeah, that's where it is. I mean, nobody has all the right answers, but as long as you can continue to take the steps that you need to progress and try to find those answers, even in your failures, you're going to learn, okay, this is what I did wrong. And you're going to find certain things that were out of your control, or that you maybe could have changed, but now you know you're not going to do those again. And I mean, you can't be afraid to go looking for those answers. So, and
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what I try to do.
Yeah, what I used to do is, or what I still do, is reframe that aspect into kind of a fitness
Yeah.
aspect. So in the sense of, if my legs felt tired when I'm doing a half marathon in the last third or the last half an hour, like, right, why is that? Did I put enough work into the strength training?
Yeah.
But you don't look at that and be like, oh, I failed. You look at it objectively and be like, my legs felt tired, my lungs were good. So you find the positives and be like, right, next time I go through prep, I'm going to put more effort into loading the lower body and controlling volume.
Yep.
But one thing that I've struggled with is when it's on the business side, you should be like, you're a failure. You fucked it. But it's because it's so easy, because it's all on you.
Yeah.
To instantly think you're a failure, but this is where then the failing forward comes. You should be like, right, no, this is a lesson.
Absolutely.
You learn from it. And if it happens again, you know exactly how to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's just adding those kind of strings and layers to you as a business owner.
Yeah.
And every day is a school day. I say that every single day. I sit down on my laptop, I open it up, I was like, right, what are you going to learn today?
Here we go.
Because
Yeah, what are we going to figure out? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like you said, it's a whole bunch of things every day that I learn different from owning the business. But yeah, I just keep thinking, if I create a space that people want to come to, and I just be my genuine self and am a good person, you know, people will they'll naturally gravitate to that. And I think that's all I can do, you know?
Yeah, mate. Like, again, you're annoyingly handsome. But
stop.
also, like, you've always got a smile on your face. Like, it's clear that you love what you do.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you give everyone the same time and attention.
Yeah.
Everyone
deserves it. I mean, it just...
Why?
It gets me so excited. Like, I feel like every single person that comes through our door at the Run Room has the potential to find their optimal self. Like, it's in there, and you just need that little bit of guidance and that little bit of help to find it. But it's so subjected to each person. Like I said, you don't have to be able to do 100 pull-ups. You don't have to be able to deadlift 500 pounds. But for you to be able, like, there's people at the gym that when they first came to us, they could barely make it through a 3-minute jog warm-up on our runners, you know? And then now they're running consistent, like, 400-meter runs in, like, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And that gets me so excited. Like, the goal that they've achieved, like, is not just going to be something that they remember in the gym. It's going to carry over into their personal life. And it's going to give them that newfound of self-worth. And that's just what I hope to find for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And what I really admire is you noticing that as well, and you clocking that. Because, for example, if I came in and couldn't finish like a 400-meter set, but then 2 weeks later I did, I know you'd turn around and be like, you couldn't do that 2 weeks ago.
That's so exciting
to me.
That's so exciting to me.
It's like,
it gets me fired up.
Yeah, I
like,
just want to fucking go run.
It's the reason why I go there. I had some people in the class, 2 members of ours in the class last night at 6:15. They exactly that. They haven't done fitness in a long time. They have a family. Their wife just had a baby. She's postpartum, so she's trying to get back into shape. They were just completely out of it, and you could tell that they were just like, oh, we're trying to get back into shape, and you know, we're here. We're just trying to start moving so that way we can get back where we want to get to. And last night to watch them crush the runs, and it's just the small achievements. Like maybe there was some other things that they're still working on, but to see them be able to get on those runners and run consistently like they were doing, which is miles away from where they were when they came to us, like that's everything right there. That's it. That's all I want.
Yeah, and it's another thing which I've seen and experienced is it takes for some people it takes so much courage just to get there. And I'm not talking about like laziness or anything, just like confidence.
Yeah.
Just be like, I'm out of shape and I'm going to go train with people that are probably like ripped, have the top off, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But with those people, it's like, oh, welcome.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. We all started somewhere. Like I wasn't always fit. I couldn't always take second at CrossFit competitions. You know, all of us started at the bottom, and you have to work your way up there. And there's no reason that anybody in the fitness space should downplay your efforts to try to get to the best you. Yeah. And we're, you know, like you said, we're all learning every time. I still do things in classes where I learn things from other people, different ways of doing movements and different scales. And, oh, I wouldn't have coached it that way, but if you understand a different cue, then I'll add that to the way that I think about it. And I mean, it's all about encouragement and uplifting each other. So
yeah, and I think what you're offering there is just that the support, but on different levels. Like your support to me is going to be like fucking send it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you're not going to say that to Paula, who's 60 and just walked in. It's going to be like, right, Paula, we're going to get another 10 meters today.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
But it's all like connected to that individual, which I absolutely love. And one thing I say to all my clients is I treat all my clients as athletes.
Yes.
Because I believe that anyone that is trying to better themselves and improve where they are, they're an athlete.
For sure. Yeah.
Simple as.
I can agree with that, yeah.
And then what I do is try to ingrain as much as I can, developing that athlete mindset.
Yeah.
So starting to think about like, right, how are you fueling? How are you hydrating?
Yes.
Are you hydrated before you go to the run room? What are you going to eat tonight? So those kind of things that are going to allow people to be like, oh, if I eat this, I can actually run faster. And I'm going to have more energy when I do that.
Right.
So it's then them piecing the puzzles together. And then, like you said before, it transpires into their personal life. And for me, that's the biggest win for me is hearing that, like hearing one of my clients say, I put on a dress and it's the best I've felt for ages. And that's like huge because I've been there, not when I've worn a dress, but when you put something on, you'd be like, do you know what? I actually don't mind what I see.
Yeah, absolutely.
And building that confidence in your personal life it's the best.
It's great. That is the biggest reward. I think if you're in the fitness space and your goal is to make people better, that's what you want. You want that with every one of your clients, because there's so much potential there. Like everybody has so many things going on in their life. Like, why should you worrying about how that shirt fits you be the biggest worry in your day? I'm sure you have so many more important things to worry about. So and I think it carries over into everything. It's how you carry yourself, how you treat people throughout the day. So it's
100%.
why we do it.
Yeah, mate, same here. And I used to I'd be lying if I didn't still be like, oh, I wonder what like they think of me.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
But that voice and that anxiety gets so much quieter when you start to build that self-belief. 1,000%.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I've had clients turn around and be like, I've got a really big conference call. Like coming up in 6 months with a big client worth X amount.
Yeah.
I'm like, right, we're going to get you in the best shape, but mentally and like physically as well. And he got fitted for a suit. He looked unreal, and he smashed it and got the client, closed the deal. And I was
awesome.
I feel like I've just closed the deal.
I feel like I got the count. Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I've learned myself is how it transpires into relationships. Just being able to be calmer.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because I was arsehole, mate. Especially to my parents. Like when I first got into fitness, I was like, oh, I'm just going to get ripped.
Yeah.
Hardly ate, just did cardio, just beasted myself in the gym.
Yeah.
And then came back and they were like, "How's your day?" I'm like, "Fuck off."
Oh,
And I'm like,
yeah.
might have been over exaggerating. My mum
Yeah.
will probably shout at me, but
Yeah, right.
how do you then, like, is there any examples that you found where it's just been not an easy, but a transition from fitness into your personal professional life, and any correlations that you've directly seen?
I mean, yeah, the biggest one that I can think of is having my daughter. Like, I was the same. I was, an athlete, just a hothead out there having fun, same way you said, partying on the weekends and just trying to do fitness and having a good time. And, once I had my daughter, I really realized, like, the patience and care that it took to, like, put into something, you know what I mean? Like, watching my daughter grow and knowing that the decisions that I'm making for our family and, like, for her is directly shaping her into, like, a person. God, that's so terrifying. That is so scary, dude. So, like, it's, I think that a lot of the discipline that I've learned in fitness, right? The patience, the staying calm, like dealing with adversity. I try to take those key things and roll them over into my family life. Have the patience with my daughter, make sure that I'm doing the things that I need to do. Every day is a different struggle. The same way you say with business, you don't always want to go to the gym and fitness. I don't always want to wake up and play tag with my daughter. Like, let's be real. I don't always want to wake up and run around the backyard, right? But I make the decisions to try to do what I think is best, like to create a good relationship with her. And those are the biggest takeaways that I've taken from fitness and into my personal life.
I love that.
Yeah.
It would be wrong of me not to ask, how do you... I mean, you can't be that successful, obviously, with your most recent competition without putting the hours into training.
Yes, absolutely.
You've just, like, I don't want to say just launched, but it's 2025 and the Run Room's live. Yeah,
brand new. It is brand new, yeah.
And you've got a daughter and you're...
Working.
Yeah,
like, working, so training. Yeah.
I'm not, when I say, what does your week look like? I don't want to hour by hour, but do you, obviously the communication with your missus is vital.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's I mean, I've not got kids yet, but I can imagine it's very much, well, it is a team. Like, without you working together, it's
absolutely
catastrophe.
I said it before, I just have a really good group of people that I'm surrounded with. I'm lucky enough to have a lot of family close. My wife's family and my family are all in town. So anytime we need help with our daughter or, babysitting or things come up as they do in life, we have a good support system that's always willing to help, which makes everything a world easier, right? And then, that communication with me and my wife, I think she understands from an early time of us being together, like, I have a little something wrong with me that I can't sit still, like, right. Like, I have to constantly be doing and striving for something.
We're exactly the same. It does my missus nuts. I'll be chilling and I'll just be like, start playing catch with something.
Yeah.
She'll be like, can you just relax? I was like, I am.
As soon as a competition is over, I take like a 3-day like off just to like rest, recover my body, and like figure out what's going to be next. And I'm immediately thinking, like, should we get another hobby? Do you think we should pick something up? And she's like, no, just relax. Do you want to
start rock climbing?
Yeah. Should we just do something else? So, so luckily for me, I have a good support system at home that understands like the type of person I am, and she supports that fully. And like I said before, she takes on way more responsibility than I would ever ask of her, and she handles it like a champ. But it allows me to do those things, to be in the gym, coaching classes half of the day, to work the other half of the day. And then in the meantime, I get in 4.5 hours of training every day for myself. And it wouldn't be possible without having that good support system at home.
No, I completely agree with that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's more to you. Again, it's a little bit of a tangent, but what's your story before the Run Room? Because I feel like there's a lot in there that really paints the picture of you, with your passion, with how good you are with people.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
'Cause you're a qualified nurse, right?
yes. So I'm a nurse. Yeah, I'm a registered nurse. Yep. So that's what me and my wife do as our job, as our real job, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
We're nurses during the week, and then I've also worked in the hospitality industry for 14, 15 years. On the strip at some of the clubs and nightlife and restaurants and things like that. And then obviously like in college, I waited tables and things like that. I feel like I've always been in an environment where I'm there to, make sure that people are getting the things that they need. And yeah, I just think that like helping people and being able to, I don't know, be a positive person in people's life is just like something that you should want to do. It's not that hard to be a good person, Everybody has bad days, but, a smile, a hello, paying attention to somebody's conversation, just giving them the time of day makes them feel so much more like have self-worth. And if that's all it takes to help somebody, then why not do it,
But not enough people do that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So then it's like, in a really weird way, it's like, oh, you stand out because you're nice.
Yeah.
I was like, well,
yeah.
like, what?
I'm sorry.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you want me to be rude?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that. And
yeah.
I was in kind of hospitality as well, but sports, because I worked on cruise ships for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
But it was basically hospitality.
Cruise
we would do, I was an indoor skydiving instructor, so the iFly.
That's awesome.
See,
now I don't know things about you. See,
we're
figuring it all out right now.
But I learned a lot on how to kind of manage a team, because I was the lead instructor for like 2 contracts, so I'd manage different cultures. We'd have a Russian, a Serbian, French, someone from Mauritius, someone from the Philippines. Mm-hmm. You can't speak to a Russian the same way you speak to a Filipino.
I can imagine. Yeah.
So I learned very quickly.
Yes.
But being in those environments and dealing with a new 5,000 people every week.
Absolutely, yeah.
You soon learn how to deal with different people. So if someone's quiet, you don't go in there with shitloads of energy.
Yeah, absolutely. Every interaction with somebody should be subjective. It should be personalized to that type of person, And I think same thing with, being in the medical field and being a nurse. Every time I walk into a patient's room, they have their own set of issues that are going on, They have their own set of patient problems, and they're dealing with their own personal problems with their family. And when people are sick and they're dealing with issues, it's hard. It's hard for a lot of people. So you have to be able to be present, be there for each person's individual needs. Mm-hmm. And, you can't just one size fits all for everybody, So.
Do you think your experience with being a nurse, and again, I don't know if this is too deep, but just like the correlation and seeing people be sick for whatever reason has inspired you to make a change even more with what you're doing now with the run room?
Yes.
And seeing people in a bed, can't move, whatever the situation is. Mm-hmm. And it's just do you know what? If I can change one person, I've done my job.
Absolutely. 100%. There's so many small changes that people can make to just overall increase their health and wellness, and to just have a better quality of life, Yeah. And it's unfortunate that just a lot of people don't get exposed to the things that they need to do, And it does, like I said before, it doesn't have to be anything extreme. It's simple things, I very much believe if you don't use it, you lose it, If you're not moving your body, it's going to seize up on you. Things are going to start to hurt. So you just have to take those small steps, and in the end scheme of things, I mean, there's so much beauty in life. You know what I mean? That's kind of deep, but there's so many beautiful things that you can experience, and if just getting out and walking every day is going to allow you to do that, then
it's not deep at all, mate. I see it, and I've seen it. It's you go to these beautiful places. Like me and my wife went to Hawaii and did Hana Road and went to all the waterfalls, and we were climbing up rocks to see waterfalls. And then there was other families, and one of them was in a wheelchair, and I was like, it's amazing that you're here.
Yes, absolutely.
And again, I don't know the issues, the cause or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but a part of me is like, if only you could see what I just saw.
Yeah.
And obviously, just in my head, I'm like, it recreates those patterns that I want to create in everyone else's life, and just being like,
Mm-hmm.
it's, yes, looking good for a lad's holiday to fucking Mexico or wherever
Yeah. Yeah.
is important, because you want to feel confident, whatever, attention, sick.
Yeah.
But it's also about longevity.
For sure. Yeah.
And it's like something that you mentioned previously is like being able to like pick up your grandkids one day.
Yeah. That's
and
huge.
like play tag with your granddaughter.
With my daughter, yeah.
And you'll probably lose because you'll be a bit slower.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's those simple things, right? Like we're not, like I said before, we're not training for anything extraordinary. We're training for life. I want you to be able to move. I want you to be able to get yourself up out of a chair, and walk across the room. I want you to be able to walk up that trail to see what everybody else is seeing, at the top of that waterfall. Like, those are the victories that people need to be focused on. And yeah, you're going to get shredded. You're going to look good. You know what I mean? Hopefully, if we're doing our job right. But that's not, that shouldn't be the end all goal. It's a lifestyle change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not small thing. It's not that one tangible thing. It's what it's going to create for you over time.
Well, that's something that I just overlooked completely when I was first like really getting into kind of fitness. Always been into sport, but never paired kind of physique or like with fitness and nutrition.
Yeah.
So I, again, like I said before, just went really hard, and I thought life would be complete when I had a six-pack.
Yeah, exactly.
I was probably the most unhappy I'd ever been, because it was the most unsustainable way of getting there.
Exactly, yeah.
So then I started being like, there must be more to this.
And it's this, like I said, when I was in the gym, just, doing chest and tries and back and bis, I'd crush it for a month and a half, and then I'd take a month off.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, all right, I got to go back. I'd go for another month, and then I'd take a month off. But as soon as I changed my mindset to like, wow, I'm getting better at like physical like skills, like I can now run farther. I can do more high skilled movements and achieving those fitness goals. Then that's when it wasn't hard anymore to go to the gym and to push for those amount of times and to work out those hours, because I was just seeing such better results,
Yeah, one thing I always dig into every person that I coach is finding that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we'll jump on calls, we'll find their goals, but I can't, like you can't.
Yeah.
No coach can ever tell someone their goal.
Right.
In my opinion, they have to turn around and be like, I want to achieve X. Like, sweet, this is how we get there.
Mm-hmm.
That's our job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then every meal, every treadmill session, every weightlifting session has a purpose behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when we have purpose, mate, and then pair that with like passion into wanting to get better, you're just a fucking animal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the recipe for your success.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we're trying to find for everybody. So, yeah, I agree with that.
And when times get tough, like with my clients, I'm like, this is expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be smooth sailing.
No.
And then when they turn, like, I think sometimes they expect me to be like, sometimes I'm like, if it's a certain situation, I'm like, don't worry about it, take a rest day, like, chill, you've got a lot on your plate.
Right, yeah.
But if they have a really shit session, or one of my clients training for a half marathon at the moment, you'd be like, mate, that was such a bad run. Actually, Sean, I'm going to call you out. It was like really fucking windy.
Yeah.
It was meant to be, I think, 11 or 12 miles. He did 10 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, mate, I felt good, but it was just shit. I went, shut your mouth. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, the wind was going, taking the conditions.
Mm-hmm.
You still went out and did over 10 miles.
Yeah.
And you felt comfortable, you felt good, you felt strong.
Yeah.
Forget about the time.
Yeah.
Like, you're sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And people overlook, they always look a bit like, oh, I did that last week, but I didn't get there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's more progress to see in, rather than just like the speeds or the distances or what weight you lift. It's like, okay, how was your tempo?
Mm-hmm.
The depth in the squat?
Yeah.
How was your heart rate over that 10 miles?
Yeah.
And you should be like, oh. So there's so many more metrics to track success and progression.
Absolutely.
Rather than trying to get a PB every week. Because you'll know full well you can't PB every week.
No, you can't. And every day isn't your best day. You know what I mean? Like every day is not going to be a home run. But those days that you don't want to go to the gym, that you're tired, that you don't feel like you want to work out, those are the days that you make the most progress, because now you've instilled a work ethic into yourself that shows you can do the hard thing. Like when it's not in my favor, I can still win. And that is, you can't put a grasp on that. You can't buy that. You know what I mean? You can only learn that.
Yeah.
So,
but saying that, mate, if we could bottle up and sell it, there would be
I'd be that
100
millionaire
run rooms all across.
I'd be that millionaire in this chair right now. Yeah.
But talking about like mindset and the struggles, mate, was there a specific time in your kind of journey in the last like 5-10 years where you've had a real kind of low point?
Yeah. I don't know if I would say, a low point. For a long time, I was stuck in a job that I just wasn't happy at, I graduated college. I got into a company, and I made great money. I made great salary. I was traveling for work, constantly on the road. So it made it hard to like create good relationships and things like that. And people used to ask me, they'd be like, "Man, you work a lot." And I'd be like, "Yeah, I do." They're like, "You make good money?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I make good money." "So you like it?" And I'd be like, "No, I hate it." And they're like, "Oh, okay, well then, are you going to do something else?" And I'm like, "No, I'll probably do it forever." So, yeah. And just because I thought that's what you needed to do, you know what I mean? You need to find a good job that makes good money and then just grind it out, you know what I mean? And I quickly realized that like this is just not where I'm happiest at, And once I made that transition, I think I've always thought like it's never too late to do the next thing. Like I was 30, 32, 33, working a good job. I had a career in line, but it wasn't what I was happy doing. There's nothing wrong with going back to school and changing my profession and getting that other degree. And that's when I decided to become a nurse. And, from that, I found a new passion for like helping people. And I love what I do now. And then that allowed me to then get into this fitness space and create another avenue for myself to do the same thing, to find something I'm passionate about. So I think just taking that chance to like, I can still achieve more. I can still try something new. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I'm willing to see if that thing is going to make me better. And I,
Mate,
thank goodness I got it,
Such a good message, that. Because there'll be people watching this, and I'm sure we could think of a few people that are in a job that they don't enjoy.
Yeah.
And they're just living day to day. They're working to live.
Mm-hmm.
And it's taking a toll on them for sure. Like I can, names are popping in my head.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I suppose you're the example to be like, it's never too late to.
It's never tomorrow.
To pursue something that you actually do want to do and have a passion for.
Yeah, regardless what you do, tomorrow's going to come. Tomorrow's going to come. So you might as well do something. It doesn't have to be all at once. Take little steps, but take that little step today. Take that little step tomorrow. The next day, take one more step. And eventually you're going to be somewhere where you're like, wow, that all that time passed and I've accomplished something. Instead of sitting there looking back and thinking, man, I should have started 2 years ago when I had thought about it, or I should have done that thing a week ago when I had wanted to do it, Just do it.
Yeah,
and
or looking back and be like, well, that's my life.
Exactly.
Like, you want to, I know it's like you want to have no regrets, but
yeah,
you would rather, I can't remember the way it was worded, but obviously like you missed the 100%.
All the shots you don't take.
Shots you didn't take.
Yeah.
You will have no regret in giving something a go and failing.
Absolutely.
But you will be full of regret if you never give that thing a go that you wanted to.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that will eat you alive.
Mm-hmm. The one thing that you can guarantee will happen if you quit is you're going to fail. That's the one thing that for sure will happen. But if you keep trying and you keep trying, there's a good chance you could get that goal. You could achieve that thing you want. So why not just keep going for it?
Yeah, I seen, again, this other quote would be like, if you quit, it just means you didn't want it enough.
Yeah.
And when I read that, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's funny because I've been with running my own business. There's been so many times where I've just been like, fuck this. You know, like
Yeah.
like stress is through the roof. I'm
Dude,
like,
yeah.
oh my God.
Yep.
But I never quit.
Yeah.
And then I saw that and I'm like, that makes sense.
Yep.
Because I'm never, even though sometimes I'll turn around to myself, oh, that'd be so much easier if I could just stack shelves in Smith's.
Oh man, it's like we live the same life. I was driving the other day and I was like, we could just quit everything and just be happy with what we have and content. But you know,
No,
why?
we need to eat.
Yeah. But why?
Yeah.
Let's just keep going.
We
Why
can
not?
grow our own vegetables.
Yeah,
Like, we'll be fine.
Yeah. We could just not run a business and we can not train so hard. We can just be at home and be happy.
We could travel.
Yeah.
And my wife goes, with what money?
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, better not quit just yet.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you talked about your wife a lot, man. I love that, and it's a strong foundation for me. Spills into, again, like we've said, fitness spills into professional, personal life, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But having that support system, like you mentioned before, and I could tell by your facial expression, like basically I'd be fucked without her.
Absolutely,
mate. Same.
She's so much the better person than I am. I say
It's like
that
we're living the same life.
all the time. She is the better half of us, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, you got to have it. And the same thing can be said about anything, right? Like going to the gym is only half the battle. You have to have that good foundation. You have to eat right. You have to, drink water and do the right things at home when you're not in the gym. So, I mean, foundation is everything, And we're lucky enough, you too, you have that at home. You have that with your family, but some people don't. And I mean, going back to the gym, that's what we're trying to create. We can be that foundation for you, that community. You know what I mean? Come to the gym and let's work through your problems with fitness, Run through that wall and we'll get you there,
Yeah.
So,
the other thing I like as well is like networking.
Yeah.
Like us.
This
You know what I
is
mean?
happening because of the gym. Yeah.
And we wouldn't be here if I didn't come to the run room.
Yeah.
But then you start to create a different friend group, and that friend group is one of, should we just like do a Hyrox together, or do you want to run a half marathon, or what about this event, or can you throw this in the next session?
Yeah.
And it's all forward thinking. It's all pushing your mates, that network,
Absolutely.
to become better than they were. Like we've documented quite well.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't know. It's different because I've not like grown up here, or I've only lived in Vegas for 3 years. But sometimes it can be quite lonely in two ways. In the sense of when you're running your own business, it's lonely at the top. Like, yeah, I'm on a mental ship. I've got a therapist. I've, like you say, support system. I've got fucking everyone, mate.
Yeah.
It's like an NFL roster.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's deep. But at the end of the day, it all falls on you.
Absolutely.
And that is, and it is, and it's lonely.
Yeah.
And the other side is, as well as, I find it difficult to make mates when you're 31 or over 30, but putting yourself in those environments where everyone's there for themselves, but also for you. And it's just like, again, I can't remember her name, but the girl that was doing the half marathon after that session we did.
Jordan.
Yes.
Jordan, yeah.
Because we were doing those.
Shout out Jordan. She crushed her half marathon. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get her on Instagram.
Yeah,
we'll get it after. But after those squat pulses, mate, and obviously she's an athlete, like she's in great
Yeah,
nick.
she crushes it, yeah.
And I put my hand on my knees and I was like, I didn't want to look weak.
Yeah,
but I was like, I have to just have a rest here. And I looked over and she was like, and I was like, thank God I'm not alone.
Yeah, somebody else feels this too.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And then after the session, she was like, yeah, I've got a half marathon tomorrow. And I was like, okay.
Yeah,
levels to the game.
You're crazy.
Fair play.
Yeah, all right. Levels.
Yeah.
Levels to it, yeah.
Talking about the run room, mate.
Yep.
What's the goal? And again, I know that the mission and the values you've very, very well documented.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I love it. And people that watch this, listen to this, will put two and two together because you just exude that passion.
Yeah.
The future of the run room.
Man.
Dream big, baby.
The future of the run room, like take over the world.
Well,
No, just
I'm very kind of forward thinking And I think I developed this more being in the States because people in America are more like optimistic. They'll be like, you got an idea, fucking do it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Go after it, yeah.
In England, not so much.
Okay.
It's like they've already got like
There's 10 of those.
a tread. They've already got, they're like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna work.
Right.
No, I won't do it then. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But I remember saying to you, mate, I was like, you could have multiple locations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Multiple.
And I think that goes back to, just being like a new business owner, I'm a little bit naive in that. Like I just kind of keep going back to just creating a good space and it'll take care of itself, I just want somewhere where people can be happy to come and thrive in fitness. And if that takes us to 5 locations or 100 locations or, if we stay mom and pop and we have 2, I'm perfectly happy with that. As long as we have people that are crushing their goals and getting them where they need to be, then we're doing something right.
And that, again, boils down to you, mate. And I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Like, it's class.
Me too.
It really, really
Yeah.
is. And I'm not going to say like, well, obviously, if you're an athlete, been in the fitness space for a while, you've done your HIIT training, you've done all this, you've done to these classes. But I went there and I was like, this is different.
Yeah.
And like you said before about it's just the simple things done really well.
Really well, yeah.
You can't, that's like creme de la creme, mate.
Absolutely.
That's perfect training.
Yep, yeah.
You don't overcomplicate it. I know I'm just like I'm getting excited. I just want to go train.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it does to me
And
every
that's
day.
what you,
Yeah.
But that's what you instill in everyone that walks through.
Absolutely.
High energy, you explain it. If someone doesn't understand, okay, what don't you understand? Sweet. Change your kind of language to be like, oh, yeah, I get it now.
Yes.
Sweet. Then you check their form, making sure everyone's doing it. Put some banging tunes on.
That's right.
Do you
That's
know
the
what I mean?
core right there.
Yeah.
You got to have some good music.
I'm a shit coach, but I just love music.
Yeah. Mark came with you last time, and I was like, man, there's a DJ in this class. I got to pick some good music, dude. Oh, no.
Yeah, and then you absolutely killed it.
Crushed him, yeah.
He went to the toilet. I don't know if he threw up or
Oh, no.
just looked in the mirror and was like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
needed a rest. But no,
That's funny.
it was mega, mate. With the run room itself, how many coaches have you got there?
So right now we have 4 coaches, including myself. Like you said, we're starting small. We just opened up maybe like the personal training side has been open for about 4 months now. And the class side has been going strong for about a month and a half. So we have 4 coaches in there, all very well knowledgeable coaches. They've been PTs, personal trainers for many years. So they're very well versed in knowledge and how people should move safely and efficiently. And each one of them has their own individualized like set of skills that I think they bring to each class. Our new coach now, Kayla, she's mat Pilates certified. She comes from like a Pilates and yoga background kind of, and so she brings a lot of those types of movements and skills to her classes. And then you have me, who comes from the CrossFit and the hardcore competitive side. So the intensity is a little bit different with my classes, and then every coach has their own thing, and that's what I love about it too. I mean, every coach coaches different classes, so there's something for every person. You can pick the classes that you want to go to, the vibe you want for each workout. So there's something for everybody,
Man, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, that's class.
We got it all.
Yeah, no, you genuinely have, though, because
Yeah.
something's going to appeal. Like, for example, I would want to get beasted.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, where's Conor?
Yeah, exactly.
Look.
Where's that class?
I want to like look him in the eyes and hate him, and then I have to be like, mate, that was amazing.
That was great.
Yeah.
I
But
wanna
again,
do it again.
adding strings and layers to it.
Yeah.
Where it's, again, even if it was just you, it's still class. But
Yeah.
you're giving people, because you never know, someone might want a female coach or
Absolutely,
all
yeah.
these things. So you're just opening more doors for people to come in and essentially, hopefully, touch wood, change their life.
Yeah, it's not one size fits all, and we understand that everybody has their own fitness journey. You know what I mean? So if we can help you along that way with whatever your goal is, that's what we're here for.
Mate, outstanding stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Mate, thank you so much.
absolutely.
For the people listening and watching, please let them know where they can find the run room, classes, etc., etc.
Yeah, so you can find us on socials, Instagram, The Run Room LV. Our links are in there to our website. We always offer free trial classes, 7-day free trial classes. So if you ever want to come out, take a class, see if you like it, see what we have going on, everybody's more than welcome.
You will like it. You don't have to see if you like it.
Yeah.
But, mate, thank you very much, mate. Absolute
Thank you
legend.
so much. I appreciate
Cheers.
it. Thanks.